Hello again. This is the fifth week of our chakra lessons, 7 lessons, 7 weeks, 7 chakras. My name is Andy Kennedy, and Inner Self Lightworks is my jam, my business since 2003. And crystals were my opening into this world, as well as, of course, yoga, which I've been practicing for a very long time. A little bit of Ayurveda before the crystals even. So I've got a little bit of a background around chakras, and I love sharing with my students and my friends how to open and clear these centers. So that's what brings me here today to you. Is today the fifth week, number 5, the number of freedom, is the Vishuddha chakra, and that's the throat chakra. And it's a beautiful, brilliant blue. I love this. The crystals for this chakra is probably my favorite set of crystals. It governs the anatomical regions of the thyroid, the parathyroid, the jaw, the neck, the mouth, the tongue, the larynx. It is our communication center. So when we have a feeling of an inability to communicate or speak our truth, it's time to go in and look at that fifth chakra and see what's going on here, right? Why can't I express myself? When Mercury goes retrograde, Mercury is the planet of communication, we tend to get a little choppy and congested in our throats. Or if you feel like maybe you're trying to speak and you have a grackle in your throat as well, right? That's all indications that you may have some stickiness in that chakra region, right? So, and people, even it could be out of balance when people can be too forceful, right? So there's a delicate dance between saying what you mean and being tactful and diplomatic versus offending and just saying any old thing that comes out of your mouth, right? We talk about a filter. This is where our filter lies as well, for truthful, loving, verbal expression. So when this chakra is balanced, that center is balanced as well. And the ways to clear, as with all of the chakras, breath work and mantras and crystals and colors. So if you feel like you need to strengthen a chakra, you can wear a color, or you need to go into a loving conversation, you can wear that particular color to bring love and compassion and peace. Or you can even wear crystals. So the blue crystals for this region, like I said, my favorites. Kyanite is one of the 3 I mentioned. That does not, I mentioned that in the 3rd chakra when I mentioned citrine. So kyanite is blue. It comes in blue and black and pink. But the blue kyanite does not need to be cleared. Any kyanite does not need to be cleared, does not collect energy. So I would use that first and foremost. You can also use any of the lighter blues. So a beautiful aquamarine, right? Or sodalite. Any of the light blue colored stones are good for this region. I think of blue topaz or lapis lazuli or turquoise. Famous crystal that the Native Americans use for just about everything. Sapphire as well. And then the mantra for this region, the throat chakra region, is hum. Of course, right? Because when you hum, you're humming from that region. So I don't know if the word hum comes from that, but it might. So, breathing in lion's breath, if you're familiar with that lion's breath, like opening your mouth and really opening that region, opening your jaw. Any jaw exercises, super good for this region. Yoga positions that are good: camel pose, bridge pose, shoulder plow, shoulder stand, plow pose. Anything that's going to open the thyroid this way. Anything that opens the neck, clears that out. And then when you're doing that, breathe in, or maybe chant your mantra, hum. Even just doing that feels awesome, right? And so back to speaking your truth. Speaking your truth can be the highest form of listening, right? Listening to yourself, listening to your spirit center, listening with your ears, partially in this region as well, right? Ears are actually connecting our vocal with our intuitive center. It's one of our clair, our intuitive centers. So clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, right? So clairaudience, that center is our ability to hear spirit speak I heard a quote recently that said, I think it's a Wayne Dyer quote that said, when you're praying, you're speaking to God. When your intuition comes in, that's God speaking to you, right? So when we are clear and speaking our truth and centered in this region, this beautiful blue chakra is the one that spins all the way through. So it's back here too. So any poses that you can do to open the back up, because the front and the backs of our chakras have a little bit of a different meaning to them as well. So thank you for joining us today. That is our beautiful, bright blue Vishuddha chakra.